I didn't even put my lip gloss on. What y'all know about this? What y'all know about Gabbie Hanna or the Gabbie Show? So hey y'all, I'm Jupiter. I just hit 20 subscribers, so like I'm kind of a big deal now. I speak on women's issues. I'm sorry you're hearing me unravel this chili. I'm probably gonna be eating it during this video. I just got back from the gym. I need some protein. Hey Wendy's, if I ever blow up, sponsor me. Today's video is gonna be about Gabbie Hanna, whatever her name is. It's Gabrielle Kroner now, right? Anyway, so let's get into the lore of Gabbie Hanna. Just let me get like one bite. Not even joking, my mouth is watering looking at this chili. Let's get into the Gabbie Hanna lore. So you just have to be there. I remember when all of this was going down because I used to follow Gabbie Hanna. I was in high school when she was like popping. I was like more so a Jessi Smiles fan because I just thought she was funnier. So the only big things I remember is her being hard to work with. Oh, Trisha. Let's start with Trisha because she keeps bringing her up again. By the way, if you see my nails, just ignore them. If you look close, it's actually split in half. I'm thinking I'm just gonna paint it like pink, just so I'm just gonna paint them pink because I don't want to take off this fresh set. Like I hurt them in the gym and yeah, it's not worth taking off the fresh set. I know, I'll just have like lesbian fingers. Nothing wrong with lesbians. Comment down below if you're a lesbian. I'm all for gay rights. What am I talking about? ADHD? Who knows? So Jessi Smiles was essayed by Curtis Lepore, which I used to watch that nigga on Vine. I was so disgusted when I found that out. And I was disgusted with the comments back then telling her that she's a liar. Were you there? Were y'all there? And then he pled guilty and people were still calling her a liar. Like, are you guys serious? You guys just hate women. Gabbie was best friends with Jessi. But before they even became friends, Gabbie was talking about like how she's skeptical of believing her or something. I just realized this ring light ain't on. I'm back. She's back, bitches. See that fresh glow? And then apparently she believed her eventually, but then still talked to Curtis Lepore. No, she heard him out. She heard him out. Why? Because she's a piece of shit. She just wanted to hear his side of the story because, in her words, she was getting ready to defend Jessi. Bitch, why are you even talking to him? Why are you even that close? Oh, apparently he called her whatever, which I don't even know if I believe that. I don't even know what to believe because Gabbie is also a fucking liar. Also, when Jessi had a problem with Gabbie hanging out with her abuser's friends, which I mean, duh, why are you friends with the friends of the person that like attacked you? It didn't make any sense. So Gabbie basically told Jessi, his friends didn't. She's actually a piece of shit. And then she was a nightmare to work with, and everyone can attest to that. She lost her friends because she's just not a good person to be around or a good person, period. Anyone that keeps trying to tell you that they're a good person, run. They're not a good person. I keep getting sidetracked. Okay, anyway, let's get to the Trisha Paytas because she's dead wrong in this one. I mean, I kind of understand, but I don't. So basically, she told Trisha's partner to be careful because Trisha might have an incurable disease, if you know what I'm talking about. And Gabbie's saying, well, she only said that to Trisha's boyfriend because that was her friend. I don't know. I think that's weird because wouldn't he know? And if he didn't know, isn't that a conversation that he should have had between like with her? Like, for one, that should have been out. It's none of your business. Just mind your business. You shouldn't have gotten involved. Think about it. What if that was true? Trisha did have an incurable disease. I'm pretty sure she already talked to him about it. You just like came back with a rumor. Like, for what? For what? She keeps saying, well, I was just trying to make sure he was good. Bitch, I'm sure he's good. Mind your own business. That's weird. I think that's weird behavior. Thought it was weird then, even though I'm like, I guess I could see where she's coming from loosely. I still think it's weird because why would you even like? I cannot see myself doing that because it's, for one, it's a rumor, and for two, he probably knows, and then that's just gonna be an awkward conversation to even bring up. Anyway, all that to say is she's back. She took like a year-long break, came back, or maybe 2 years. I don't know when the last time she posted was because I literally just forgot she existed. Then I seen her show up on my timeline like a few months ago, and she like looked so happy and so much better. I actually was rooting for her because she had that whole breakdown and was having manic episodes on like social media. We all remember that. I'm bipolar myself. I think she has bipolar disorder. I'm pretty sure I've read somewhere that she has bipolar disorder. I'm pretty sure she said that she had bipolar disorder. I have bipolar disorder, so I know what it's like to hit a psychotic break. But I don't know how it's like hitting a psychotic break and then everyone's just sitting there laughing at you, calling you crazy. Like, I couldn't imagine. That's just going to make it worse. So I sympathized with her when it came to that. So I seen her come back and I was like, oh, she looks so much better now. And then she came with this apology. I remember watching the apology when it came out, but I remember thinking, okay, she owned her shit. Okay. For completely forgetting about the Jessi Smiles situation. So I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, she's better. Followed her. Then one day I come across this video, which she deleted, but I'm gonna put it up anyway.
Jessi Smiles has not said your name in years. Babe, in 2019, Jessi Smiles made a video about an alleged conversation we had in 2014. Despite the fact that we had years of text messages from 2014 to 2019 of basically her asking to be my friend and wanting to collab. We have evidence on her own YouTube channel out of her own mouth saying that she wanted to collab with me as of like 2018. So she's allowed to 5-6 years later, after we have a conversation, come on YouTube to try to ruin my life. And then after years of lies, manipulation, and exploitation, and public slander and mental abuse, I should just get over it and move on. She doesn't talk about you anymore now that she built her platform off of slandering you. Just move on. We've all moved on. I'm just trying to tell my story. Just trying to share my story, just like she did. And I'll never stop. I cannot be stopped. Girl, move on.
What the fuck? I should have known. I should have known that she's just gonna spiral right back. Jessi already said she won't stop. And she recently said, yes, she won't stop because it's her trauma and she was abused. All this to say, we're gonna watch some video. We're gonna watch her podcast together. Okay, so she's back. She's saying she's not gonna stop. She's saying she wants an apology, even though I used to be pretty religious, so I think you shouldn't be doing none of this, Gabbie. I'm pretty sure that all of this is a sin. You don't need an apology. Right now, you're just spewing out hate. You're trying to get revenge. You're trying to tell your story or whatever. You're saying it's a part of your testimony, but it really is. You're just trying to get revenge, which is a sin. She's just wrapping it in this bow, acting like it is just solely because she's trying to heal, which I'm sure, Gabbie, I'm sure that was a lot you had to go through. But it's consequences from your own actions. What goes around comes around. You were shitty. I don't have to finish that. Anyway, so I was like, okay, let's watch this video because I didn't watch it. Why Trisha Paytas tried to ruin my life. That's not what I'm trying to watch, but maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'll watch it. Comment down below if I should watch it on here. It's an hour long though. I don't know about all that, but I'll do it if I get enough comments. Or any comments. Thanks for the people that comment. I'm about to watch the video. I swear. I'm gonna shut up. I just had to go down the lore so you guys got it if you didn't know any of this. So the video we're gonna watch is on Gabbie's channel because she started a podcast where she's just telling her testimony or just getting revenge. We all know it's just her trying to get revenge. By the way, if you made it this far, even though I haven't started watching the video, please hit like and subscribe. I post once a week. Just been a wonky month. Been a wonky month. I've been on vacation. Just been a wonky month, but hit like and subscribe. Don't be lame. Don't be lame. So we're gonna watch the video. God used the drama channels to save my life. And here we go, gang.
I need to make a new email address. Love you. Thanks for tucking me in. Well, it is much later in the day than I was expecting. It's 5:30. I was gonna record this like as soon as I woke up, and then I got amazing, joyful news that has just had me so giddy, and then I got sidetracked. It's not my news. I'm not pregnant, and it has nothing to do with me, actually. It's just something really exciting coming from my friend. As I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to start sharing my testimony, I'm thinking, wow, it's such a big story that every time I sit down to tell it, it's so convoluted and there's so many different facets of it. So I'm going to start by sharing my testimony of this past week because I think it paints a beautiful picture of...
Shut up.
Start by sharing my testimony of this past week because I think it paints a beautiful picture of what Jesus actually has done for me and how he has actually changed my life. Last week I posted a podcast, which I called episode 1, but I'm going to call this episode 1, and I'm going to call that the prelude, because that's not what this podcast is, what it's going to be, or what it's about.
She lying. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? Then why'd you start this podcast? Sorry, y'all. Just getting my chili ready. You literally said, for one, she said she's not going to stop until she gets her apology, even though she deleted that. Or I don't even think she said that. She said something like that. She said she's not going to stop because it's her testimony or whatever. But she said she also demanded a apology. So, Gabbie, we know this is exactly what it is. And I didn't even see the last video. I'm not... Comment down below if you want.
God has been calling me for a long time to share my testimony. And every time I've tried, I would get so hung up on certain aspects of it that I felt like
God ain't tell you to do this, girl. God did not tell you to do this.
I had to tiptoe around or over explain. And I was afraid of upsetting people who wanted to hurt me, who want to hurt me, who have hurt me. And God does not call us to live in a spirit of fear. And that spirit of fear was not only holding me back from sharing my testimony, it was holding me back from trying to get involved. A huge part of my story, I would say like the crux and the climax of my testimony, includes slander and public humiliation. And when
Girl, you humiliated yourself. Like, why were you getting slander? I'm not saying it's okay, but it's consequences of your actions, Gabbie.
bring that up today, the naysayers say you have to leave it in the past. All of these people haven't spoken about you in years. But the thing about slander is it's not a single attack. Slander is designed to ruin your life. It's designed to ripple into every single facet of everything you do. It's meant to ruin your reputation. So it's not something that, well, that happened.
You ruined your own reputation, though. I truly don't understand Gabbie. It's like she has no understanding that everything that happened to her was because of her own actions. Her life's not ruined, but yeah, your career is ruined because you f***ed it up.
You years ago, you got to get over that. No, slander is an ongoing attack. And that's my testimony. Like, that is what saved my life. That was the pivotal moment of God intervening and answering my prayer on my come up when I said, God, don't let me stray too far. I'm so thankful to the Holy Spirit for putting that prayer on my heart, because that level of wisdom to pray that prayer at that point in my career, with the fear of hell ingrained in me from childhood, praise God, thank you to my parents, my grandparents, because hell is real, heaven is real. Religion is a mess, but there are realities to the spiritual world, and one of them is our soul continues on, and there's a destination. And this earth is where we get to make the choice.
I'm sorry I keep pausing it. I think she uses religion as a way to make people like her again. I do believe that she actually is super religious right now, but I think she's kind of using it as a weapon. You know what I mean?
Do we want to spend eternity in God's house, in God's presence? Because he has boundaries, he has rules. And if you're somebody who likes to lie or be mean or treat each other disrespectfully in any way, then he doesn't want you in his house. But he's giving you the option to buy and sell 25 plus crypto assets.
Awkward.
So I had to repent this week, and the instant change in my mental health, my purpose, my focus, my sleep, my diet, like everything changed when I repented of these sins. So here's kind of what happened in the past couple weeks. I sat down to share my testimony. I was feeling very called and pushed again. I had just come out of this phase that I go in and out of, which is, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a public figure. I don't have to do this anymore. I just want to leave, exit. It's hard. It hurts my feelings.
Girl, why did you come back? Wasn't she like a YMCA fitness instructor or some shit. Why did you come back then? Nobody asked for you to be back. And then not only did you come back, because I was like I said, I was like, oh, she's back and she looks so much happier, so much healthier. I'm so happy for her. She's married now. No, she came back and then did the same shit that she was doing before she got the reason she got canceled. You don't have to be out. You don't have to be a public figure, Gabbie. You could have been out living your best life. In fact, I think that is the best move for you.
Like, I'll be just genuinely so peaceful and enjoying life, not thinking about any of this, moving on. But then I open up YouTube because I just want to enjoy the platform like anybody else. And I'm served a viral video of a creator I've never even seen before with hundreds of thousands of views on a video saying that my Christian girly era is sad and depressing and concerning.
Then ignore it. Why is that in your recommended? Do you watch a lot of videos about yourself? Obviously, I have like nothing, like no subscribers on here, but I've had a few posts on both Instagram and TikTok that did pretty well. You know, it also, you know what comes with that? Hate, lots of hate. I just stopped reading the comments. You know she watched that. You know she watched that whole video though. The video she's talking about, you know she watched that whole video. I would not do that. I would not do that to myself.
And it hurts me. This is a today thing.
Then get offline. Y'all, do I sound like an asshole? Do I sound like an asshole? Y'all can tell me if I sound like an asshole.
And that's a part of my testimony. Is every single day I have to forgive the people who slandered me to the point of actually gaslighting me into a mental health crisis. And I have to get triggered every time I open up TikTok and I see a post about showing signs of psychosis merely for existing, merely for speaking. It's hard. And that's part of my testimony.
You're never going to be happy if you care that much. Pause. I'm going to go get some sour cream for my chili. We're back. Daisy, sponsor me.
Every time I try to quit, God, make sure it is clear, it is known. I gave you a special gift that not everybody gets. I gave you the gift of influence, whether you want it or not. It was never me who had it. This it factor, like it's God given. It's not a choice. Like that charisma, that X factor, like that is God given. And not everybody uses it for God's glory.
Girl, you ain't even use it for God's glory.
But I professed Jesus as my Lord and Savior as a child. I was baptized in his name and he heard my prayer. He followed through on his promise. Like I am his, I am marked. So I knew that I had to address what happened to me. God was telling me that I had to speak about it because there's no way to describe the depths of hell that God pulled me out of, that Jesus ripped me from, the pit that I was saved from by God's divine mercy, grace, and intervention.
Have you suffered abuse and harm?
You know, I'm not trying to, I don't think she's a victim, okay? I think she's sort of a victim. I think everything that happened to her was because of shit that she did. Obviously. Hands down. I don't know on to what extent the hate got, but I could only imagine like the amount of every time she looked at her phone, there's probably another video about her, another hate comment. I'm sure that traumatized her. Obviously. But y'all ever seen that meme with like SpongeBob? That's her. Girl, you don't have to, I understand she's saying this is for religious purposes. I don't believe that. But she really doesn't need to be in the public eye. Every time she comes back, she brings up the old shit. I feel like if she would have came back and never said anything about it, just rebranded herself, she would be fine. She's doing this to herself. Leave the public eye and then just never bring it up again. How about that? I think that's what you should do.
Experience psychological abuse. I'm not the only person to be a victim of a narcissist, or in my case, so many narcissists who are profiting.
So Gabbie, everyone around you is a narcissist, but you're not a narcissist. Everyone else is the problem but you. If y'all think this way, you need to do some introspecting.
I see the future that is God's, that I can't make out, but I know is perfect and better than anything that I could ever imagine and could only be done by him. I have that trust, that faith, that self-assurance. I have the fruit of the spirits: love, faithfulness, kindness, goodness, joy, self-control, peace, gentleness, patience. When I slip, which I did this past week because I was caught up in the trauma, I was distracted, I was scared, I was anxious, I was like trying to rev myself up, because to me this is like a little kid standing up to their bullies. Like,
y'all already know.
They're bullies. These are high school fucking bullies.
During this commercial break, I'm gonna go grab some cheese for my chili. This brand sponsor me.
this isn't something that I like doing. It's just something that I have no choice but to confront and talk about publicly. And it's embarrassing. Like, my story includes public humiliation, which is embarrassing.
You know what? She genuinely believes she did nothing wrong. Or I don't know what she believes. She genuinely believes that she's the victim in all of this, right? My conspiracy theory, my theory here is she genuinely thinks, because for one, I was just thinking that she keeps talking about it to get revenge or to get people to like her when she shares her side of the story. But girl, we all know your side of the story. We still just don't like you. What you did was wrong. We just don't like you. I'm starting to believe that what the hell, what was I going to say? I'm starting to believe that she actually does believe what she's saying. She's not trying to get revenge or anything. She actually believes that if she shares her story, then she'll be able to move forward. Even though she shared it like 1,000 times, no one likes you still. Actually, I take that back. I think she knows that she's never going to heal, or I think she's not going to heal until everyone believes her. We believe her. We believe that she thinks that way, but we still don't like you. We still think you're a bitch. Like, holy shit. Imagine getting into a disagreement with her. Kim, shut up. I'm gonna try to reenact one right now. Can you order for me? I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm just gonna get the chili. Okay, I got you. Thanks for ordering for me. Yeah, no problem. I got cheese on your chili because they asked and I wasn't sure if you wanted cheese on your chili. What?
I hate cheese. You know I hate cheese.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We could just ask when they get back.
What the Like, I can't believe you did it. I can't believe you did it. You did that on purpose.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm allergic to cheese. I'm about to be shitting my brains out when I get home because of you. You did this on purpose. Gabbie, no, I didn't. It was like a mistake. We could just tell them to not put the cheese on it when there's the waitress right there. You're a narcissistic abuser. You are a high school bully. That's my reenactment on how Gabbie would react if you accidentally put cheese in her chili and she doesn't like cheese. I don't know what she likes in her chili. I don't even know if is she a vegan?
There's just been so much rejection over the years of like new friends who, you know, they really want to work together and hang out, and then they like see something online or if somebody DMs them. Like, people just really have it out for me. Like, my friend gets DMs. My friends get DMs all the time just for like following me and like being associated with me. To this day, like, it's really hard. But what I was able to really recenter today, and what God helped me to recenter with and like fought me this whole week as I was like slipping into a place of sin, of wrath, revenge, hatred, bitterness. Like, one thought I had this week is that the more tools you surround yourself with, like the more avenues that you create to communicate with God, the more he'll communicate with you. For example, this devotional, it's called Zip It. And this kept getting served to me on TikTok. And I'm like, God's speaking to me. Like, I have trouble controlling my mouth. I am quick to anger sometimes. I'm working on it, but I'm quick to anger. Like, I hate that I can still swear. Like, I'm trying really hard to give it up. But if I get mad enough, like, that's when I grabbed it. Because at some point during this past week, I started swearing. And I was like, nope, that's why I bought this devotional. Because my husband hates it. And I hate it, especially because my husband hates it. And I don't want to do it. My husband's like, you know what? Let's go to the gym. Let's blow off a little steam. Because I was spiraling. And I was walking out of the door and God said, go get the book. So anyway, I went into that week with the intention of, I have to just be not afraid to speak about this. And it wasn't perfect. You know, I would do things differently. A lot of emotions. Obviously,
What the hell she cut out of there? I know she probably was spiraling for a second. By the way, I finished my chili. I'm sorry for the annoying beginning half of the video of me just like fucking up that chili. I should have got a large though, not gonna lie. I still would have been eating that chili. Anyways, gloss break.
Obviously, I'm put right back into a place of who and where I was when that trauma was originally being inflicted, which was somebody who was very distant from God, who was reacting in a very different way to the same stimulus. Like, it was very triggering, obviously. So I've had to repent a lot this week of hate. I mean, it's literally like the worst sin, because the only command is to love.
I'm not making this face because of what she's saying. I'm just thinking, like, in my head, Gabbie, I don't know her personally, but from everything I've heard, I don't think she's that a loving person. But like, I don't know her. Let me just keep watching.
I started acting in a way that wasn't loving, because for me, it was really easy to get to a place of name calling people who have called me horrible names, trying to hurt people who have hurt me. God really pulled me out of it, because there was a couple days where I was crying. I was really upset. Like, drama upsets me.
Drama upsets you, then why do you spend your ass in it all the time? If drama really upset you, we wouldn't be talking about it anymore. Gabbie, you have to move on. You actually have to move on. She's not moving on. That is why she still feels this hate. You didn't forgive. I don't believe she forgave, because if you forgave, you wouldn't be feeling hate anymore. You have to learn how to forgive in order to not be holding on to this shit for so damn long, Gabbie. You're still holding on to it. As much as you say you forgave, you didn't forgive because you wouldn't still be carrying this hate. You hate drama so much, but you keep bringing it back up. Get over it.
Any night that I go to bed thinking about anyone or anything other than God and my husband is a loss to me. And I lost a few nights going to bed and waking up thinking about other people I don't have fond memories about or of. Like, it was just not a good place to be. And instead of getting stuck in that and spiraling in that, which is very easy to do, I was grounded in Jesus. I was grounded in his word, in what he says to do. He says, never pay back evil with more evil. Do things in such a way that everyone can see you are honorable. Do all that you can to live in peace with everyone. Romans 12:17-18. And then somebody here added, this is not weakness, this is warfare. Anyone can react, anyone can clap back, anyone can return the insult. But we're told, dear friends, don't take revenge. And had I been in my word, had I been reading the Bible every morning, had I been praying, had I been meditating on the word, had I been talking to God, had I been asking him to guide me to scripture, like, you know, I could have saved a couple days. I could have really, you know, instead of waking up and going to my Bible, I was waking up and going to TikTok comments. You know what I mean? Like, it's all consuming. And then here's where God allowed me to not only move on from this in this moment, but to actually, truly, not only forgive, truly forgive, not just say forgive.
Newsflash, she didn't forgive anybody, because you don't forgive people in a day. It takes time. And you're still as angry as you were back when it first happened, which I don't even understand why you angry. Like, I feel like a decent human being would be like, yeah, you're right. I fucked up. My bad, gang. If she just did that, I bet you this trajectory, the trajectory, you get what I'm trying to say. I guess I can't pronounce that word. Trajectory. That doesn't sound right either. You get what I'm trying to say. It would have played out so differently if she would have just came out like, I am so sorry, like, and then took a little break and then came back and then be a Christian or whatever. She could have did that. And I bet you she would have been received a lot better. But that's not what she came back doing.
Not just say forgive and pray that you can forgive, but actually forgive these people. He shifted my hate to empathy, compassion, love, and sorrow in a meaningful way, because he reminded me what that life felt like, because that's not what my life looks and feels like most of the time. I'm not thinking about this stuff most of the time, because most of the time I'm offline. But as soon as I come back online and it's just, oh, Gabbie Hanna's back, maybe let's just leave her alone. Living in that hate was such a nightmare. Living in that drama was such a nightmare. I used to live like that all the time. And knowing that these people live like that all the time.
Bitch. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's necessarily true, girl. These people do not live like that all the time. Doesn't like Jessi Smiles have like a successful podcast or some shit, you know? Like Joey Graceffa, he fine. Like I don't know what he's doing, but he moved on. I hope he's doing well. Trisha Paytas has like 4 kids now. I don't know how many kids she has, but she has a few kids now, and she's happy in a happy marriage. Ain't nobody thinking about you. Ain't nobody sitting in hate, girl. Everyone probably forgot about it. Everyone forgot about the horrible shit that you did to them. They just moved on with their life. Gabbie, you have it. They don't live like that. Gabbie, that is you. That is you living like that. How do you get so hung up on this? In like I'm just really lost. Like, how do you get so hung up on all of this? For how long has it been? Like 7 years? How do you get so fucking hung up on this? I guess because she thinks she was abused. I mean, I don't know. From her perspective, she could say whatever. I wouldn't classify what happened as abuse. I don't know the full story, but I think I do, because why doesn't she just give us the full story? Every time she kept saying she was going to give us a full story, she hasn't, and she just like made herself look worse. I think what she went through is trauma for sure, but to go as far as to say that these people are narcissistic abusers is crazy work. And then that they sit in that. Then she's also saying that they sit in that. That's just crazy to me. Like, that's just crazy to me. Gabbie, you're sitting with it. What's happening?
It's one thing to receive hate. That is something that I can do. That is something I can handle. That is something that God has made me feel pretty bulletproof to, for the most part. Like, I am always at all times constantly receiving hate, either to my face, online, or in the energy that I feel from all of the millions of people hating on me online, right? That is irrelevant. But when the hate is coming from within you, when the hate is spewing out of you, when you're carrying that hate, that obsession with another person, this idea of retaliation or revenge or exposing or winning, like that feeling, I would not wish on my worst enemy. And I woke up this morning with so much gratitude that all of my prayers for wisdom, for discipline, for God to keep me safe and out of this path again were answered in a million ways, in my actual spirit, in the way that God literally changes my entire For You page. As soon as I say a prayer, as soon as I stop feeding into the negativity and I say a prayer, my For You page immediately becomes exactly what I need to hear about forgiveness, about not having hate in your heart, about being the model of Jesus, about being pure in your...
Side note, I'm not just like trying to disprove anything she's saying. I'm just like, this just reminded me. Y'all ever be like scrolling on social media, like TikTok or Instagram or some shit, and then that bitch really reads your mind? Like, you know, you didn't say that shit out loud, but all of a sudden there's an ad for it.
It's so miraculous. Like when you just let him in and engage, like when you obey. That was the message I kept getting, is God doesn't need anything except your obedience. And he is working in your favor. Specifically, he is working in your reputation. He is working in rooms that you are not in. He is doing things you cannot see. Stop. Literally, my whole my feed changes to stop trying to defend yourself to people who are trying to misunderstand you. Like,
ain't nobody trying to misunderstand. I've been saying the same shit. This is the last time I'm saying it. Gabbie, you're in the wrong. Once you accept that, I bet you it's going to be a lot easier for you to forgive.
God answered me. He made me pick up this as I was headed out of the door to the gym. Pick up your Zip It devotional that I put in your feed over and over and over again until you bought it. See what word is in there for you today. Like, he used all these tools that I allowed into my life and was able to communicate to me. He gave me my husband, who wants me to express myself. He wants me to tell my story. He wants me to advocate for myself as a victim and for other victims of psychological abuse, because it is real. My experience is real, and it's something that deserves and needs to be heard. There's so much wisdom in this. There's so much good storytelling in this, giving me scripture, like reminding me, like my husband, as I'm getting upset, like even just behind the scenes saying hateful things about these people, like truly, like what is online is not even close to the way that I have felt about these people. And my husband reminding me, they have their own trauma. They're acting out of XYZ. Like, we are all victims of this world.
They're acting out of the trauma that you put them through.
You have to love them. Jesus died for them too. Jesus died for them too. Like, it's easy for me to judge their version of this sin because I can't personally imagine going to that extreme to hurt people. But what else have I done personally? Because I've definitely been greedy, hateful, prideful, condescending, retaliatory.
Gabbie, well, every time she speaks about this type of shit, I really think about the things she said to Gabbie and the things she's said and done to Jessi. Like, girl, like you kept reopening, you kept speaking on her assault. How shitty do you have to be as a person? You kept speaking on her trauma. Just imagine, it's already hard processing that. I'm in the middle of a essay case myself. Like, obviously, I'm the victim. The court date was today. So this just hits a nerve. Like, I actually get pissed off about it because it's already hard in itself recovering from that. But to have it constantly brought up over and over and over and over and over again, like, holy shit. And it's the person that was taught, that heard out your attacker, didn't believe you, told you that the friends didn't do that to her. Like, girl, what do you mean? What do you mean? If Jessi didn't even do anything, she didn't even retaliate as I would have beat her ass. I'm just kidding. I don't condone violence, but she didn't even retaliate as hard as she could have. All she did was show the proof of what you did, Gabbie. And then the internet reacted how anyone would think you're a disgusting person. And she's talking about, I wouldn't do the amount of things that they did to me or to that extent. Bitch, what are you talking about? I actually cannot stand this bitch. I love women. But some of y'all.
I've done everything that they do, just not the way they do it. And that's what my husband had to remind me too. Like, that's what God reminded me too. Like, we all have sin, and ultimately they are just the vessel that God was using to get to me.
Didn't she give Jessi like 48 hours or something to sign an NBNA, or else she's gonna, or is it NBNA? To sign something. Didn't she do that though? Like, that's kind of blackmail, is it not? Is it not? Before she did whatever, like, is that not? And there's screenshots of it. Like, Gabbie, what the f are you talking about? I'm actually getting upset.
And I'm just so grateful that, like, I was raised up with God. I was raised up with the fear of God and the knowledge of Jesus Christ, that I was raised up with that baptism so that I wasn't able to go down that path as well.
Like, I'm sorry to say this, but she's actually delusional. What path? What path?
Stop trying to sit down at tables that I didn't leave room for you at. Exit. But I just want to let you know that there is a happier life. There is a more purposeful, meaningful, loving, fulfilling life. There is a more peaceful, joyful, comfortable life. There is something that's going to take away that anxiety, that depression, that darkness, that addiction, that hatred. I'm relating to you. I'm relating to you.
I don't want you to.
It's not easy, but it is worth it. And I really am sorry to you guys and to the public for engaging in this at any point over the years. Okay, so that was my testimony of the week. Now I get to tell you my testimony of my life. I'm gonna get a coffee first though.
Anyways, gang, I've been recording for over an hour. That's crazy. This is the longest I've ever recorded. I had fun. I love recording videos. And I feel like my favorite part of recording videos is like editing them. And to be honest, I post every week, like I said. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Follow my other socials. I'm a personal trainer and I'm starting my own business. My goal is to have a gym by the end of the year, if not the beginning of next year. So if you guys want to follow to see my journey in the gym and even just to like laugh with me on my other socials, please do. The links to my other accounts is going to be in the description below. Um, yeah, hit that motherfucking subscribe button. Y'all, I really don't know how to end these videos. I'm trying to get better. If anyone has advice for me, please do. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, just subscribe and like this video because I love you. And I want to get sponsored by Daisy. I said Pure Life that one time. Um, Sargento. If I pronounce that wrong, I'm gonna look so stupid. And I also want to be sponsored by Wendy's. So like, if you want to help a girl in her dream, then yeah, just hit subscribe. If you don't want to help a girl in her dream, then don't subscribe. But I guess I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna do a hate campaign on y'all because you're a high school bully. All right, bye.